it's looking like next is Group D, alright? We've already done Group A to C in round 1. So next is Hillbilly versus Pinhead, and then after that, we have Dredge versus Plague. Alrighty, we've got a secret hatch offering. Nice, nice, nice. And I think we'll head over here, get ourselves ready for the arrival of the Hillbilly. He's starting us off tonight, and let's see if he can get it done. It's the same with Spirit, especially if you get the breathing bugs, footstep bugs. Yeah, I struggle with. Oh, and this is one of those maps. I struggle with Spirit too. But Hillbilly on the game. Oh, I mean, given that he's brought in the add-on that allows him to power through pallets, it could be beneficial. Some early game information there. Someone possibly throwing down a pallet or fast vaulting. Either way, you're not too fast. You do have Spirit Fury enduring as well. Let's remind ourselves, Hillbilly finding Yunjin early on. Get the injury. Exactly what you need. Very clean, very quick. You don't get the insta down, but hey. Alright, nice. Not giving them the deep wound. And there you go. Nice, quick, and efficient down. You got Spirit Fury at the ready. So if necessary, you can just run through a pallet and just get a free hit. Oh god. Oh god. Where are the hooks? Oh no. I think given that Yunjin's kind of farting around with the unhooking, I think Hillbilly's going to make this. There you go. But I think if she had probably been wiggling, I don't think he wouldn't have made that. Not in the slightest. Alright, you have Geralt over here. Very good for a nice early chase. Get some pop goes on that. Probably not the best gen, but it's the one that's right here. You suspect he's still here? Yep. Sprint burst, nice. Ooh, nah, he didn't. He didn't stick around for that. Oh, slow vault. Might have just given Hillbilly a free hit. Oh! And as Hillbilly recognised that he was stuck there, could have gone for the chainsaw there. Forgot to extend the gen counter. Ah, yeah, whoops. You're so right. Ooh! Geralt taking Hillbilly to a not ideal place. Ooh. The body blocks, the body blocks! And he gets the down. Nice, nice work from Hillbilly. Off to a great start. Hillbilly's playing as maybe, but who knows what outcomes he has. They're just seeing people. Exactly. Alright, we've seen it before. Some killers start fantastically and they just fumble it. And they sometimes start terribly. Even Freddy at the start, he started terribly, but managed to pull it back in a fantastic form. So it can easily go either way. Get pop goes on that gen. Perfect, perfect. Alright, you got Tinkerer over here. You're gonna go investigate. You don't want these gens popping. Alright, you want to sneak around. Nah, you don't get to them in time. But nice! And you get the insta down. Clean, efficient. That's what we like to see. And if you're very, very lucky, you're going to get some pop goes value on this gen. Amazing work from Hillbilly. He's off to a very solid start. Not really taking any too long chases. Not farting around. He's making movements. He's making plays. He's on ball. He's on top of it. And he's here to take the win. Got some progress over here. Got Tinkerers activated again. And let's see. Slides off. Doesn't manage to get Geralt. Geralt sprint bursts away. Got 2 scratch marks here. Now if you're lucky... Ooh. Hillbilly getting a bit courageous. I think this is one of those situations where an M1 is paramount, yeah. And immediately you understand what kind of player Geralt is. There you go. Oh! But Hillbilly, forgetting what his perks are, needs to be reminded that he does have Spirit Fury and Enduring, and therefore he can just eat a pallet like there's no tomorrow. Yep, force him away. Remember Spirit Fury Enduring. And there you go. You are not too fast. And here you might as well take the M1. You gotta get him down. You gotta get pulp goes back up. Alright, so wasting time is not an option. Hillbilly trying to predict. Fails to do so. Question is, does he beat Geralt in time? Nah, you don't. You don't. Just take the break. Take the kick. Geralt doing his best. He's holding on. Full respect to him. He's holding on. He's not wasting any time. You suspect possibly a dead idea or anything of that sort. No, he has another pallet, but just in time, Hillbilly makes it. Go for the quick pick, hoping for no saves. And there is not. There's another gem with quite a bit of progress on it. How does Billy approach this? I think he goes for the kick on this one and possibly hops down to the other. The question is, does he make it in time? Wait a second. Ada making a strange play. Just giving away the free trade to Hillbilly. I don't know what she was thinking. Revealing herself like that, there was absolutely no reason to do so. Possibly a deliverance there, aiming to get rid of all the pressure. Hillbilly can camp now. 3 gens have passed. You find another gen here with quite a bit of progress. Might as well put pop goes on it. A lot of gen movement, these survivors, while going down quickly, and Chase still are putting a lot of pressure on the board. It's crazy to see what can be done in this day and age. And Hillbilly looking around, hoping to catch a survivor out. Do you ever do it in a tournament with other people? Possibly, I'm not sure. Alright, Hillbilly catching someone, going for the save. How does he approach this? Ooh! Just unfortunately fat fingers it. Remember, he can't tunnel here. He has to go for Yunjin. And there he goes, he gets the down. Alright, once 2 gens remain, he's free to tunnel, but until then, he is forced to take other chases. And here you go, nice, quick and easy down. Looking for another pop goes here, on a gen with movement. And there you go, it's just shown to you right off the bat. Spirit Fury is back up. You suspect that Ada might still be around. You've got 2 injured parties here. That gen's regressing. And there you go, you've just gotten the information you needed as Hillbilly. There's the unhook. Ooh. There's Hillbilly. Oof. And Geralt with the sprint burst. Very nice, very nice. It's Hillbilly. How do you approach this? You need this down. This is a quintessential down. Alright, you see Geralt here. He does know what you have in the bag. As Hillbilly, you just need to force this. You need to just run. Alright, you have Spirit Fury. You have Enduring. Alright. Running around this is what you want. You want him to throw that pallet on you. Okay, you don't care. You're not fussed. You just want the down. There you go. Exactly what you need as Hillbilly. There you go. You've got your first down. There's an explosion over there. You'll love to hear it. Award would be a massive $10. I know a lot of money for a tournament. Oh yeah, it would be $10. Even spell quintessential. Using voice over spells like that, it's stupid. Alright, there you go. Now, as Hillbilly, you're suspecting that a few gens are on the verge of popping. The question is, which ones? You suspect one up there, maybe this one over here. Oh, you've caught Ada, she does an explosion. Oh, and just because of the sprint burst, she's able to get away. Not the best, and she has these strong pallets here. But as Hillbilly, he's got the add-on, he can just pump through without a second thought. And gets the injury. He's in a good spot here. Possibly not the best chase to be taking, but given the circumstances. Ada being very patient. However, getting away from a strong pallet might have been the poor decision here. Now Hillbilly chases up, you suspect possibly a dead hard. Nope, gets the grab. Nice, efficient, to the point. Question is, does he get back to the gen in time? He does not. And that's 2 remaining, he can tunnel now. Hillbilly sucks against pallets. I mean, he punches through them pretty quickly. This is just the game. And because of that, he's got a lot of pallets to get through. I mean, Windows. Oh, yeah, Windows, definitely. Yeah, he struggles with. Alright, Hillbilly. Stopping this gen from moving any further. You're hoping that this is Yunjin here as Hillbilly. This is the chase that you need. And given where it's heading. Yeah, you want to force her away. You want to force her away from that vault back behind you. As Hillbilly. Does mean that this chase is going to go for a bit longer. Remember, you don't want to go on that way. Cut those corners tight. Eat the pallet. Now you suspect There you go. Perfect, perfect form, Billy. Now you get the grab. And that'll be another kill on the board. That brings him to a total of 9 hooks. Oh, oh. Getting stuck on things. There we go. Another one for Hillbilly. Question is, what does he do now? That gen's regressing. This one's got a little bit of progress on it. Maybe not enough to worry about, but better to be safe than sorry. Starting to lose the amount of kicks it can have. No progress there. You suspect that maybe... Oh, Ada's just revealed herself. In an unfortunate manner. Ideally, you'd prefer Dwight in this scenario. As Hillbilly, given the lack on hook states on him. Ooh. Patience, but possibly a poor decision being made. Giving away a free injury. Alright. Ada being very, very calm with not throwing any pallets. Could be a poor play to make in the future. There goes another gen. Just running away from pallets. What is Ada doing? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you what Ada was doing, but she did it anyway. Had a perfect chance to use pallets, but just refused to in the end. And therefore, that is Hillbilly's 10th hook. 2 more to go, both on Dwight. Question is, does he beat him to the hatch? Does he beat him to the doors? There is no killer shack here. Hillbilly's just got to take the gamble and keep his ears out. You found Dwight. Now the question is, do you beat him to the hatch? Get the injury. This is the thing, you gotta section him off. He goes upstairs. Gets a lot of distance. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What's Dwight doing? What's the plan? He hasn't found hatch. And like that, Hillbilly has gotten the 4K. Nice work, nice work. Clean, proficient, and on the ball. We love to see it. Emily may be in the lead, but running out of kicks, and they know where the gens are. One more touchdown, and it takes 5 to win. Exactly. Do you have any perk restrictions? For the preliminary rounds, as it stands, each killer must use 2 of their own perks, and then the other 2 is whatever they feel like. When it gets to the random 16 and beyond, then the perk restrictions change a little. For the random 16 semi and quarterfinals, you can use whatever perks you want. You can use whatever add-ons you want. When it comes to the final round, then there's no perks, no add-ons. You're just raw dogging it, as it were. GG, well played. Good luck next game. Alrighty, lovely, lovely performance by the Hillbilly, which leaves us to our next individual, who is... Actually, no, we need to write this in the table. I almost forgot. I got ahead of myself. Can't do that. Alrighty, Hillbilly with 12 hooks. Nice, nice, nice. That leads us to our next component. The next individual is Pinhead. He is next on the list. Is there a kiss cam? I mean, brush his hair. I mean, if you need someone to kiss, you could come over to me, schnookums. Feel your heartbeat. Oh my god, yes, Bill, you're so right. I hate that too. That's what it was like. It was like throbbing everywhere. Alright, Pinhead. Second match of the evening. He needs 12 hooks here to get a draw. That is the best he can hope for. Question is, will he make the right play? Will he go the right direction to start off with? And Pinhead has not. He's gone the wrong way. He's made the wrong call in his defense. It's kind of hard at this early state of the game when you spawned right in the middle. Here, gen progress. You see Chris, and you get an early injury. What could have been a shaky start seeming to look a lot better for the Pinhead. Struggling to use his box though. But he might get the M1 here, cutting those corners really tightly. Gets the injury, gets the down, gets a lot of surge value there. For your beat your head. You don't, kind of, yeah, I don't know if it's actually the heartbeat, but you feel your head throbbing. How's it going so far? Well, I reckon the Scourge looks better here. Mr. Hillbilly did fantastic. He got 12 hooks on the game. He's done very well, and now it's Pinhead's turn. Alright, now it's Pinhead. Do you take this box? I don't think he does. I think he prioritised gem pressure here. Alright, he's not too fussed about the objective. You see Michaela on the right. But given the state of the gen, you need to get them regressing. That is the priority here. Alright, getting some pressure on the board. You have one person hooked. Remember, he can't camp. He's found Claire. Question is, what can he do about it? Claire cutting those corners real tightly. Pinhead just going to go straight for the M1. Attempts for the FOV tech, 360, whatever you want to call it. But fails to do so. Pinhead struggling to use his own ability. What is he doing? Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. And he gets the down on Claire, gets more surge value. Now as Pinhead, you're a little worried about a save coming in. Gonna do your best to avoid it. And with that, you get another hook. You put it right next to the gen so you can keep an eye on it. Remember though, he can't camp at this point in the game, nor tunnel. First gen pops. There's Sable. Next target on the list. Pinhead aiming to zone array. Failing to do so. She's on a mission. She's running to the other end of the map. Not exactly what you want to see, but you do see a plaything upstairs. As Pinhead, you're not too fussed about that. Ooh, Sable, instead of doing a double back, she continues to stay in the area. Not something you want to do there. Perfect opportunity for a double back, but she fails to do so. Pinhead looking to use his ability. Sable playing calmly. Not giving up any momentum. Gets the chain on her. Can he reach up in time? I think so. And there you go. There's another down for the Pinhead. At 3 hooks, 4 gens. I know, everyone. Good night, Star for Brew. Once again, thank you for coming along. I do appreciate it. Alright, Pinhead. Not on as strong a start as Mr. Hillbilly, but hey, he's doing a strong job thus far. Alright, he's found Michaela. Standing around in the open. And she's getting caught on things. He gets the injury. Gives away a free pallet. You don't care about that. Hey. That's something you'll take any day of the week. Chain hunt has started. Gonna hinder Michaela here. You get... Ooh, you don't get the down, though. Crazily enough. Pinhead now forced to do a bit longer of a chase. But I think given the state of the chain hunt, there goes another gen. She lies away. Now it's Pinhead.
The box.
I think you take this. I think it's Pinhead. Given the circumstances. You suspect possibly a DS here, though. There you go, get the chain on her. Get the down. You know Michaela's still sticking around. So, why not make some movements, try and get a read on where she is. There she is. There you go, get that on them. Ooh, they just managed to break away in time. Oh, but he gets the down anyway. Nice work from Pinhead. Remembering he can't technically grab Sable. He's not at a state where he can tunnel. He can now. The chains have been lifted. He's able to do whatever he pleases now. There you go. 4 hook states on the board. He's starting to lag a little bit behind. He's not getting anyone cleansing their totems. Which may prove beneficial for him in the end. But at this point in the game, it's a little scary to see. There you go, injury on Claire. There's no pallets around here. Now at this point, any chase is a good chase. There you go, another down for the board. No surge value. All the survivors are conveniently far enough from the gens, which is not what you want to be seeing as Pinhead, but you can make it work. Got someone working on your box. I don't think he makes it in time. He's just got to take this hook and he's got to leave with it. Got a few totems upstairs. You got someone over here. There you go. You got your next chase, Chris Redfield. Remember, there's no pallets here. This is kind of a dead zone. Ooh, somehow whiffs it. I don't know how he managed that. Wasn't even a good FOV tech or anything. He just kind of waggled a little. Alright, and as Pinhead, you got to turn around. You got to force this execution. You can't let them off the hook. Alright, he's free to tunnel at this point in the game. He can do whatever he feels like, and he's going to do so. He wants them taking body blocks. He wants them getting in the way. Question is, will they? Also, hello, Smurfschool. Welcome back. Alright, he's on the Boreal. He wants her. He's not giving her an inch. He wants it all. He needs this if he's going to secure a win in the end. Only thing that can get in the way now is possibly a dead hard, but given the deep wound, not going to happen. Some surge value right there. Perfect for Pinhead. DS could be disastrous here. No decisive strike. Pinhead is free to continue. You got Chris coming in the way. Possibly looking for a Sabo. Had he gotten a little too courageous, maybe giving Pinhead a free down. But given his injury, he's going to do so anyway. Pinhead, he's starting to come back. Pinhead, remaining patient, not throwing at the chain willy-nilly. Slows down Chris. Does he do so enough in time? Goes for the vault. He's walking away. He's walking away. Got another vault straight in. There's Pinhead. You want to section him off from the pallet. Oh, but the pallet's still there. That is not something you want to see as Pinhead. Another gen's completed. There's one remaining. He's got to get back onto Chris. He's got to get back. Fails to get it. Oh, manages to get him with the mind game. But possibly a little too late for the Pinhead. You got Sable right behind you. And listening closely, she's broken off. Now as Pinhead, you don't leave. You don't leave. You go after Sable. She is the priority target here. You don't worry about your box. You know, Sable is hanging around here. You know, Mikkel's over there too. There you go. You got both parties here. You can keep an eye on both of them. And this is what you want as Pinhead. You want vision over everything. Alright, get the injuries. Keep him injured. Keep an eye out. You see Sable going in for the save. As Pinhead, you gotta chase this. You gotta get on it. You can't let them get these unhooks safely. Alright, he's free to do as he pleases now. Okay, he can camp, he can tunnel, he can give him a kiss on the forehead if he so desired. Sable coming in for body blocks. This is exactly what you want as Pinhead. Alright, he's starting to play a bit courageously. Gets the injury. Alright, changing targets on Sable now. She hasn't got any pallets. She has nothing to use here. She's following Chris. Does he take Chris? Yes, he does. He's going after Chris now. There's a totem cleanse. Exactly what you want as Pinhead. Gets the chain. He's making his way around. A dead hard could be disastrous here. There's no dead hard. And unless a decisive or a save, Pinhead has got another kill on the board. He's almost there. He's working for it. He's putting his pedal to the metal. Sable heals. You're not too fussed about that. Alright, you need to go check on the gens. You know Mikkel is likely on this one over here, and that is a correct assumption. Question is, where's she gone? You see her over there. You're prioritizing the Pentimento here. You need that extra assistance here. You can't let them pump those gens as readily as they'd like to. Ooh, Pinhead misses the chain. Can take a bit longer with this chase. Alright, he's got time. Failing to do so again. Struggling. I think he just needs to eat a pallet. But Chain Hunt's about to start. Nope, Sable's using the box. Ooh, that should have been a throw from Michaela. That should have been the time. Now Pinhead. Ooh, he was looking for a little slug there, but unfortunately, he doesn't get it in the end. But with that, he has some time now. He's got time to find Sable. And there she is. Target locked. Question is, can Pinhead do something about it? Pinhead, you're listening out. Trying to see if she's doubling back. She is not. Hi, my love. Hello, my love. Alright. Sable, not Sable, Michaela has taken her way out of the match, and you know Hatch is going to spawn here. You've got a door right here. The question is, where is the other one? You haven't got no way out, so you do need a patrol here. And there you go. Can you please order me food? Possibly. Can you talk about this in a moment? But how are you? Alright, Pinhead. Needs eyes on the gates. Needs to find out where Sable is. Last he saw, she went to the left. Not getting any information just yet. I'm okay, just hungry. That's fair. That's fair. Alright, he's got a relatively quick path. Question is, will he catch her in time? No progress there. No sight of her just yet. Do have a plaything, so she won't know when he's coming up. No progress there yet. Sable waits too long. Might be too little too late. No progress there. Possibly Sable's looking to cleanse her totem. But again, if she waits too long, the chain hunt's going to start, and that's going to show... Actually, no, the chain hunt doesn't start, doesn't it? Shows how much I know. But I think Pinhead is sitting comfortably where he is. Unless Sable is being extremely careful, which it doesn't seem to be the case. I think Pinhead has secured the 12k, not the 12k, the 4k, but the 12 hooks, and therefore getting a draw with Hillbilly. Amazing, amazing. Oh! Oh no! Pinhead, he's cooked it! He's cooked it! Right at the end, he was feeling all nice and confident about himself, and he cooked it right at the end. You don't love to see that. Sable, she was being very, very patient with that one. You love to see it. Oh, whoa. Oh, Pinhead, he's getting some swalt here. Salt and L, not my man. Yeah, Pinhead, you cooked it right at the end. You had it. You cooked it. Let's see what this Chris has got to say for Pinhead. For real, nice tunnel A. Yes. GG, well played, good luck, maybe. For real, you're terrible, Lemao. Started losing so bad, you started tunneling. Get better, bum. No one watches your Twitch stream. Sorry, guys, you don't exist. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, you guys don't exist. But despite that fumble in the end, alright, Pinhead did do a good job. But just right at the end, he threw it. Alright, maybe had he hit that final chain, he might have been lucky, but he just didn't. He cooked it right at the end. Alright, and he is probably gutted by that fact. So, with that, I will say though that the Hillbilly camp is going to be very, very happy about that, because now they get a win and therefore 3 points, and Pinhead has got a loss. With that, next on the list is Dredge versus Plague. Let's get back into it. Let's see what the Dredge is cooking. Alright, let's see what he's got in the bag. I think he's got a lot, alright? He's seeing what other people are doing. He's seeing the mistakes they're making. Question is he going to fall for the same ones? I think not. But also, I think a lot of things, and a lot of the time, they are wrong. Let's see what the Dredge has got. He's got the Thompson House. Not too bad. It is a large map, but given the Dredge's ability to traverse, they might find this quite alright. This is the match that map Wraith was on previously. Question is, what can he do? Alright, you hear... Ooh, Dredge being a little cheeky there, seeing if he can get the hit. There's your sprint burst. Dredge, you're not too fussed about this. Trying for the power vacuum, fails to do so. Dredge, smoothly running around. He's going to get an injury here. There you go. Rick trying to be cheeky. Failing to do so. You already see that this team is competent. Alright, you see it in their movements, you see it in their tracking. Alright, the Dredge needs to be a little bit more smarter about this. Oh, he gets stunned. And with Dissolution, he is rewarded for it. Nice, beneficial start for the Dredge. Alright, he needs to get this hook nice and quickly now. Alright, he needs to get back on the ball. And there you go, first hook for the Dredge. Not a single gen has popped yet. And there you go, you spoke a little bit too soon. Alright. There you go, you got Sable, no sprint first, fortunately. Giving him a chance to catch up. Gonna have to play this 50-50 here. Nice, he predicted the fake out. Gets the injury. People are moving around for the save. He can't do much about it at this point in the game. But eventually might be able to do so. Alright, there's the drop. You suspect a balance landing. Yep. And there you go.
Not an outfit redeem, just in case you fall for IT again.
What? Fall for it again? Ah. Well, Sable, making some poor pathing choices, manages to get caught off. Dredge going in for the pick. Seeing Kate running around, looking for the save, not going to give it to her easily. And Kate just refusing to get the message. And there you go, Dissolution again, making Dredge's life so easy, not letting him waste time getting those pally kicks. Alright, he can just focus on getting those hooks. Sable is picked up, however, so he's punished a little bit,
Jimmy
but not too much so. Ooh, the
BTW.
full healo. Now, Dredge, you've got a few targets here. You're going to go for Rick. He's taking the poorest line. Alright. Remember, he can't camp, but if survivors are refusing to leave, alright, he's going to take the time to profit off it. There you go, you get the other injury now. Jimmy Sack's booty, by the way. Nice, nice. Alright, Rick. Second hook on the board. Let's see, can Dredge keep up this pressure? It's nightfall now. You suspect that they might be healing underhook. And you're right, Dredge is right in that assumption. You see the sprint burst, you see Sable going this way. You want to interrupt this save, alright? You don't want them getting these things easily. You've got to keep the pressure on. You want to get the injury. You want them to do the fast fault. You want those things out. Oh, you see? Kate going in for the save. Got to put pressure on the board. You can't tunnel him though. There's one thing he cannot do. He can't keep going for it. You see Sable going in this way. Remembering she does have balanced. And Dredge trying to catch her off, manages to do so. Alright, she did full loop around the place. Attempts to fake it out, doesn't do a great job of it. Dredge still on the money. Goes for the grab, you suspect possibly a flashlight save here. And no, she was just simply trying to waste time. There you go, that is full hook stays for Dredge. He's on a roll now. He's on a roll. He's putting pressure all across the board. Alright. Oh, you got Norman Reedus here. Dredge is a big fan. He loves Death Stranding. And he gets a quick down. That's how much of a big fan he is. You get Surge on that gen upstairs. Don't need to even worry about it. Dredge is feeling happy with the state of the game thus far. He's on a roll. He's feeling the flow state now. He's not giving him much time to think, much time to act. They were removed. I think they're just a bit harder to get these days if we're talking... Because I've had it happen to me recently. Fun fact. But I think it's just a lot harder to get now. Alright, Dredge seeing Kate running around, possibly looking for a save. He's going to take this chase. 4 gens still remain with a lot of progress on the one upstairs. Oh, she gets the save, gets the injury. Question is, can he follow up on this? Can Dredge follow up? You know she has Sprint Burst, she can't use it now. She's been doing nothing but running. Question is, what can he do about it? You have Dissolution. Alright, you need her to throw the pallet, you need her to vault. Alright, there's no reason. Dead hard. No dead hard, you get the down. And some more surge value. Dredge is feeling nice and comfy. Just neural maps, have a look as close to it. Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty, another hook for Dredge. He's at 6 now. He is on a roll. It's amazing to see. Question is, can Plague possibly keep up with it? I don't think so. I think Plague might have a struggle with this. You see Norman, does he have Dead Hard? He does not. And that is another down for the Dredge. You see Seba going in for the save. Dredge being nice. Being a nice fella. Jen has popped. He's allowed to camp now. Norman no longer struggling. Another look for Dredge. That puts him at 7. No point in teleporting over there just yet. Until you have further information. Figuring out where people have gone. Nightfall about to start. There's the save on Norman. Dredge feeling like he's starting to lose some pressure and needs to get back onto someone. You know they like healing underhook. Here you need to go after Rick. Norman's not moving. That could be very disastrous for the team if he continues to remain immobile. But given that Ricky Dicky Doodag Rhymes here is injured, he hasn't locked up the lockers. He's a fool. He's a fool. And Dredge gets another down here. Disastrous. He should have thought ahead, but he did not. And with that, Dredge gets his first kill of the match. Puts him at 8 hook states. After a fantastic start, only 3 gens remain. Alright. And he's got a lot of pressure on the board. Lots and lots of pressure. Question is, can he maintain it? Who's this running off? It's Sable. Dissolution, unfortunately, not active. Sable's got a lot of pallets here. You need that injury. You need to coax her into making a mistake. She's got him caught on stuff. Goes for it. You get the injury. Now Dissolution's active. Actually, no, it's not active. He's insidious. There's no terror radius. Oh, what a disaster. But still might prove beneficial. Gotta get Sable. Get her scared. Alright, Dredge remaining calm. Making her way around. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. And some further surge value. So what happens in case of a tie? If it's a tie, each killer gets 1 point. We've already had a few ties, I think, by memory. Or at least one. There goes another gen. 2 remain. That gen is regressing. No progress over there. They've healed. That makes you suspect that they are still upstairs. So Dredge, gonna take an investigative look. Hears some noises. But gets caught on a variety of geometry. I don't think he can catch up in time. He doesn't, but he can force him away from Killer Shack, which honestly might be better. Alright, he's free to tunnel at this point. He doesn't need to respect Kate in the slightest. He can keep pumping the metal. Alright, you see Sable. Oh, she goes for the vault. Goes for the balance. Does still have endurance, unfortunately. Alright, this might be a losing part for Dredge. Goes for the TP. And it's Dredge. Is this the hill you want to die on? Is this the hill? You see Norman over there, you are actually quite comfortable doing this. And there you go, you get more surge value here. You spec a DS though. So, you want to be hesitant on the initial pickup. You might also be wary of where Kate could be. And Dredge, just being a little careful. Assessing the situation, going for the pick now. Again, you suspect DS. No, no DS. Great luck for Dredge. Get an explosion over there. Dredge immediately finding his way over. Hoping to find information. It's Kate. She's gone straight to Killer Shack. Question is, do you take this chase? I think so as Dredge. It could be tough. It could be a tough one. But I think it's going to be a beneficial one. And nice, with the clean mind game, gets the injury. This is what you love to see, amazing plays by Dredge. Ooh. Kate attempting to run away. Dredge assessing the situation. Looking at the state of things. You gotta go for this. Yep, you suspect this was gonna happen. And as Dredge, you're in a bit of a sticky situation. But remembering, Norman is not here. Oh no! Dredge may have just made a poor play right there. Oh, but this gen is moving. It does pop. It does pop. This might be disastrous. Dredge, remembering that Kate is probably back at Killer Shack. All roundabouts it. Is there a... No, there's no balanced. No balanced. 1 gen remains. This is a close game. It's getting sweaty now. It's getting sweaty. Oh, and he gets the down. He gets the down. Oh, but all the gens pop. All the gens do pop. Crazily enough. So Dredge, he needs to be on it. He needs to move like there's no tomorrow. Alright. Exits. Makes his way around. He knows Hatch is going to spawn here. Oh, never mind. He doesn't need to worry about Hatch. Because he is right over here next to Kate. Oh no, Kate might be making her way back around. You can't have her getting Hatch here. You just can't. You have to punish her. Put the pressure on. Now you find Kate. And there you go. There you go, you suspect maybe a dead art here. Kate with peculiar play is finally downed, and with that, Dredge gets 12 hooks. Lovely, lovely performance. They did get all the gens done though. Alright, all things considered, they did get it all done. Off the record babysitter. Maybe, yeah, you might be right. It might have been borrowed time or thingamajig. Maybe she wanted to go behind you. I think that was the plan, but given that I stopped and then moved a smidge, or Dredge moved a smidge, sorry, she didn't manage to sneak her way through. Granted, it wasn't going to mean much in the end. Alrighty, nice work from the Dredge. Can Plague match it? That is the question of the evening. She wanted to sniff Dredge, she sure did. Alrighty, with that, we'll hop back over here, and we will... Actually, no, wrong. My bad. We're supposed to hop over here. There we go. And with that, Dredge, 12 hooks. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, you've got your tie up here, so they've both got 1 point. That's what happens in the event of a tie. So they both get 1 point each. But if you win, you get 3. So, with that, we'll move on to Plague next. Alrighty, Plague. The best she can hope for here is the 12 hook herself. She needs that draw, alright, and she's not going to make the same mistake as the same mistake as Pinhead. The audience members in the crowd are making themselves known, maybe possibly in an attempt to dissuade Plague from getting any victory. But I don't think that's going to dissuade her one bit. And here she goes. She's on Dead Dog. You got Corrupt. You immediately got yourself in a nice, comfy position. Alright, now the question is, where are the survivors? You see one immediately. Trying to buff on that top gen. You fail to do so. You've made a big embarrassment of yourself. Just trying to see. Oh, what the? Plague has been sent on a bit of a silly string. What the hell? Plague fighting herself. Plague trying to get a bit of vomit on someone, fails to do so, but prevents them from using it. You got, what's this? Jake over here, he dramaturgies. He does scream, so unfortunately, you're not going to get what you want from this. That's Plague. How do you approach this? You want to get people infected. At this point in the game, it's not necessarily just about injuries and getting downs. It's about setting yourself up for success. And with that, you need to get people infected. Alright, and while you're at it, you can look at getting away some of these nasty pallets. There you go. Nice work, Plague, nice work. Remember, you do have Corrupt. Alright. You want the injuries. Remembering you do have Thanatophobia. Jake, now broken. Now's the time to go for a possible down here. Ooh. Jake, remaining calm. Remaining on top of things. First gen has popped. Plague. Barfing on Steve. Hopefully to dissuade him. Just a little bit. Jake. Taking a very strange line. Hard for Plague to get around. Plague hopefully trying to catch Jane off here. No sprint burst. This might be what Plague's looking for. Gens have been moving. She needs a down. She gets the down cert value there. People are starting to become broken. But you know there's a lot of progress. Yep, there goes third gen. Camping is allowed now. Question is, can she stop from any more being done? Alright, you've got a few people here. No one's cleansed just yet. There's Plague, honestly. That is preferred. You've got Jake running this way. He's off. There is no way you catch up to him in time. You've got progress up here. This Plague, you want to dissuade the saves as best as you can. Remembering you can't tunnel at this point. She can't do that. So she needs to go after Steve in this scenario, which she is more than happy to given the circumstances. And with that, you're just going to take the M1. Simple but effective. Goes for the quick pick. And Here you go. This is what you want. You want to start the snowball. People are infected now. Alright, they've only got one hit to rely on. You won't have your corrupt power, but at the end of the day, do you necessarily need it? Remember, she can camp at this point. Alright, that save is going to be incredibly difficult to get. Plague wondering who the individual working on this gen is. She's got herself a bit of a spot to work with. Hearing some coffin. You found Fang. You know Jake is looking. Yeah, there you go. This Plague, you're hoping to catch him out a little. Here you go. Here's the save you're looking for, and there you go, there's another down. Steve doesn't have a med kit, or he has a med kit, sorry. So he doesn't need to worry too hard about that. You're getting more surge value here. You're starting to do a little bit of a snowball. Again, she can't camp, she can't tunnel. She needs to focus on protecting the gen she has here as best as she can. More movement here. Every time she leaves the gen, someone's touched it. Question is, where from? Where are they working on it from? You know they can't be too far. You would hear them. There goes the save. Need to get on this. There's Steve. There's Jake. Who was last hooked? I can't remember. I think it was Jake. Question is, can she catch up in time? Can she do something about it? There's someone. There's Jake. There's Steve. They're both walking in awkward directions. You've got to pick one. There's progress over to your right. This is a better target. They're not paying attention. They give away the surge. Their greed has been their undoing. And for that, another hook for the Plague. A cataclysmic, sorry, not cataclysmic. A cataclysmic blunder for the survivors. Can she profit off this now? She's got some movement here. She's got the survivors where she wants them. Can she keep the pressure going? Again, they're all injured. And they aren't doing what they need to. Got someone working on the gen. Where they go, they've gone this way. One gen's popped, two remain. She can tunnel now. She's free to do what she wants. Jake now downed. More surge. Now Plague needs to be quick about this hook. She knows that gen's moving like crazy. She needs to get on top of it. Question is, does she? I think she does. I think she's quick to it. Alright, survivors are so insistent in keeping the gen. There it goes, it pops. Remember, she can tunnel now, and as such, she's gonna do so. Get her down. Get the pressure back on the board. Go after Jane here. You need a kill. You just need it. Alright, so you're gonna go after Jane here. You know she only has so many pallets remaining. She does have Killer Shack. Question is, does she make it to anything? She's taking some interesting lines. She might not make it to anything in time. She's giving a Plague some surge value here. And you're gonna go for the quick pick. You can't have Feng going for the save. There you go. There you go. Plague with the first death at one gen remaining. Little late, but very, very crucial. Remembering they're all injured. Two are on... Actually, no. One is on Death Hook. And Plague needs more. She can't let them go. Who have you got here? You've got Feng. This is not the chase you take. This is simply just not the chase you take as Plague. You need more information. You need to figure out where they're hiding. You've got progress across the board. You've got a clean line of sight to everything. You've got Feng running in around to work on the gens. You've got Steve in the background. Here you go. This is what you want. You want to round them up. Alright. Turn around. Find the targets. That's going to work the best. Got Feng here out in the open. Out of position. Get her down. More surge value. Alright, and with that, you know Jake's there. And that's who you go after here. You just leave her on the floor. Plague is nasty. She wants this down as best as she can. Alright, she doesn't want to give him an inch. She wants everything. And Jake not faltering in the slightest. Not giving Plague what she wants. But given the state of the game, I think it's only a matter of if, not when. Or sorry, when, not if. Forgive me. Sorry, Plague. Because as such, he hasn't got any pallets. to work with, possibly a dead hard. Nope. And there you go, that's another kill for Plague. Question is, can she keep the momentum up? Ideally, she gets Feng here. Alright, that'll give her more than ample time to find the other survivor. The doors are starting to close in. Can she make it happen? She sees Feng out here. You just need to get on this. She goes for the pre-drop. Plague trying to coax her out. She's doing a lot of faking. And I think with this, yeah, Plague gets the down, and with that you get information on where Steve is, and as Plague, you've already done it once, you've done it twice, why not do it a little bit more? Alright, why not go for the 4K? Why not? Alright, you've got every opportunity to do so. Or why not reap the rewards of what you've done thus far? But given, imagining Unbreakable, it would be the luck of the killer for Unbreakable to come into play. But given how much he's already slugged, I think if it were to go off, I think it already has. Steve goes for the pre-drop. Plague is comfortable. Going for this now. Happy just to use up some time here. She's feeling comfy. Gotta go for the breaks. Start opening up the map. Forcing Steve to use less and less. No hint of Unbreakable just yet. Steve getting caught on things. Oh, Lord. And there they go. And for that, Plague now has the 4K. Assuming she doesn't cook it. It's been cooked a few times, as evident by Pinhead earlier today. Will she make the same mistakes? I think not. And with that, you hear Feng inside. And there you go. Anything that could be a flip-flop, possibly, could be disastrous for Plague. But I don't think so. Good play, Plague. Plague, hey, she did it in the end. Was nasty about it. She was pretty nasty. No other killers have really slugged up until now.
Patty.
And so she's more than comfortable breaking the mold. And there you go for the kill. And thank you for the pizza party token. I appreciate it. Alrighty. GG well played, good luck next game. This has TTS2? It does.
This is TTS2.
It does in fact have it. Alrighty. Bearsuit, maybe later. And with that, Plague herself has 12 hooks. That's another draw for the tournament. So that is a draw for Dredge and a draw for Plague. And putting them both at 1. And now you're starting to see where people are ending up in the rankings. You've got a few people with a strong lead, alright? Hillbilly, Mastermind, Freddy, Twins of all people. Starting to find themselves in comfortable positions, but you can't get too comfortable. Now, next on the list is Legion.